Thank you for being here. Today we're here to talk about freedom of information and the fact that we're going to give the government an opportunity this afternoon to reverse course, to change the gutting of freedom of information in Ontario. Freedom of information is critical to our democracy. The people who pay taxes deserve to know how the people who are collecting those taxes are using their money and who they're dealing with. They need to know the details. That's what makes it work. The government's approach to changing freedom of information was to bury it in a budget and then not have the budget, the largest single document piece of legislation annually, not go to committee. They were in a hurry. They were in a hurry because they wanted to circumvent the courts. They wanted to circumvent the law. Right? It's wrong. The other piece is, this is all about protecting the Premier's phone, protecting him from people finding out just who called him the week the $8.3 billion Greenbelt scandal broke. So Ontario Liberals are committed to reversing this decision. As a caucus, we all agree. It's the right thing to do. And this afternoon, the Premier and his party will have the opportunity to do just that. And I'll turn it over to my colleague, Steph Smyth.
Thank you, John, and good morning, everyone. Just want to make some things abundantly clear as we continue to talk about freedom of information and how it actually works and what the public needs to know. The government thought that they were washing their hands of the freedom of information, but we are here today as Ontario Liberals, as John said, to bring freedom of information back to the legislature and to force a vote on behalf of the people of Ontario who deserve answers. It is not enough that the government is changing law to hide its secrets, but it's also being dishonest about why they are doing it. So let's break down some of those excuses, some of those reasons they're telling us. The government will tell you that this is a routine modernization of 40-year-old legislation. So let me be clear about what routine modernization looks like. It does not get debated in the middle of the night. It does not get yanked from committee, as we saw, at the last second to avoid public hearings. And it certainly is never, ever made retroactive to kill court cases that are already before judges. They will tell you that cabinet confidentiality needs protecting. Exemptions for cabinet deliberations already exist in law. This is not about protecting advice given to ministers. This is about hiding decisions already made, starting with the Greenbelt. They will tell you the Auditor General and Privacy Commissioner can still compel records. Journalists, citizens, and opposition members, the people who actually surfaced the Greenbelt, the Skills Development Fund, and the private jet, are locked out entirely. In every one of those cases, accountability did not come from this government. It came in spite of it. The IPC commissioner herself said this bill would severely restrict Ontarians' right to know how decisions are made at the highest levels of government. The government ignored her. They will tell you they are aligning with other provinces. The IPC commissioner has said that is not accurate. After 8 years of Doug Ford steamrolling Ontario, clearly we need to elevate our integrity standards, not lower them. They will tell you this is about protecting your personal information. Well, that is fear-mongering. That's plain and simple. And Ontarians are already protected under FIPA. This has nothing to do with your personal records. This is about making sure that the Premier, his cabinet, and their staff never have to answer for what they did or will be doing. Here's what we know. A journalist requested Doug Ford's phone records from the specific week in November of 2022, the week that the Greenbelt was open to developers. That case will now collapse. 219 Greenbelt records cleared for release were just withheld the same day last week that this bill received royal assent. The RCMP investigation, though, into the Greenbelt continues. This motion exists because the government thought passing the bill meant the fight was over. Well, it is not. It is freedom of information, not freedom from information. And when you have to rewrite the law to hide your scandals, something is seriously wrong. So we are forcing this vote for the people who deserve answers, and we will repeal this legislation at the very first opportunity. Thank you.